Brago.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
It's going great.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. One Piece chapter 1153 just came out. We got some pretty crazy things in here, right? We got a baddie in the name of Estrid. We got Loki, cool birth. We got this crazy looking horse named Ashura. And today I just want to beat the bush a little bit with you and talk about Loki. What is up with his eyes? In your video, we talked about Loki and etc., but we never talked about his eyes specifically. Where do you think they come from? Do you think they give him powers? What's up with that?
I think it again powers. It's a tough hill to climb with eye powers.
Yeah.
There's some dope eye powers already existing in anime, and we already have eye powers technically in One Piece with like pudding and stuff.
We haven't even seen that though.
You haven't seen it. So with this, it could just be a random mutation.
A random mutation? Really? These devil eyes are just random? Like RNGO, 1 out of 10 kids have these eyes?
Just random.
No
I
way.
Because you think it gives him powers?
I think it does, man. So my leading theory right now, I know people are probably sick of hearing this. It's like my 4th or 5th time talking about it. When I saw these eyes, I was like, yo, maybe he is going to be like a reincarnation, kind of like Shirahoshi. Maybe he's going to be like the mermaid princess in a way, where once every couple hundred years, a special giant is born. An ancient giant that has the powers of a previous being.
So when they talked about a sovereign's meeting, they were talking about Loki and Shirahoshi.
I think so. I don't think that Shirahoshi is Mosa, by the way. People are like, oh, so Sai's believing in the Shirahoshi theory. That's not the case. But I do think that Loki might be one of those sovereigns. If we were to go back to the Harley text, if I really had to like put my finger down on something, I think he could be the hellfire serpent, the karmic serpent that the Earth God had, but just like reincarnated.
Possibly, but what powers would he have then? Just be able to transform?
I don't know.
Or voice of all things? Because seemingly that seemed to be something that they have, but like the possession eyes, they seem to be different. So just like him having those eyes, I mean, I think it's crazy that he even wears
bandages.
The bandages, but I kind of get it because he was literally rejected because of those eyes. So category upscale.
Yeah, people who hide their deformalities upscaled, right? Pudding upscaled, Katakuri upscaled. Who else? Duval upscale.
No, just Katakuri.
What? No, you can't
those
just...
others.
No. Whoa. What's another character that hides their facial features?
Because Duval doesn't do that anymore. He's great now.
Yeah, he changed.
And Pudding, Sanji made her accept it,
Yeah, do you think Cat... No, Cat still wears the little fur thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he still wears it.
Yeah. So will Cat get an upgrade if he takes it off?
I think he already got an upgrade after fighting Luffy. But if he takes it off, I mean,
do you think him taking off his first scarf is equivalent to Zoro putting on the bandana? Like that's how you know he's serious. He just doesn't care anymore.
I think him taking it off is like, when Goku takes off all his heavy.
Oh yeah, his weighted clothes.
Yeah, his weighted clothes. Yeah,
it's like Piccolo taking off his hat.
Yeah,
or
Piccolo just not aura farming.
Piccolo just standing on top of a cliff, arms crossed and everything. Yeah, I mean for Loki, do you think Loki has fond memories of his mom? Despite how his mom is treating him. Do you think he wears the eye bandages to remind him of his mom to some extent? Like, oh, my mom didn't like my eyes, and I love my mom, so I'm just gonna hide it from the world.
It's tough, right? Because all I'm hoping is he didn't blind himself.
There's no way he did.
I'm just hoping he didn't pluck his eyes out on some Fujitora.
I'd be so shocked if he actually did that, man. Like,
I'd hate
eyes this important, right? If he took them out. Like, that'd be insane. It's like, oh, like, Shirahoshi was big, so she cut off her leg so that she could be the same size as other mermaids. It's like, wait, what? Like, no, this makes him special.
I'd hate it if he did that. But the bandages, I mean, the fact that he can still see for the most part, right? Because he talked about Shamrock and Shanks and saying,
Yeah.
so his observation haki seems to be on another level. I don't know.
Where would you want Oda to draw the line when it comes to Loki's powers? Would you want him to transform? Do you want him to have no powers? Advanced observation, off rip? Maybe he's like, he has the Amaterasu. He can set things ablaze whenever he looks at him. Or maybe he can see emotions or something.
That's probably the line where he starts using Sharingan powers. Like, we don't know. I think as long as it's in the realm of what already exists, so like, like observation haki, where it's maybe he can utilize all types. He can see aura, he can sense people, he can see the future. All those different things would be really cool with his eyes. Now, I just can't wait till the bandages come off and we see him in full effect with those eyes. But like bro, like he's like the perfect monster. Like he's insanely large, devil fruit, crazy eyes, insanely strong, even from a kid, which Shanks upscale.
Yeah, Shanks beat this guy. So Shanks should know whatever eye powers Loki has, right? Because they fought.
Devil's advocate. We don't know if it was Shanks by himself or the others helped.
Oh no, not another kid situation. Oh, kid fought Shanks in the past, and then we learned it was Ben Beckman. Oh, actually, Loki didn't fight Shanks. He fought Monster. Monster is the one who beat Loki. That would be so bad. I would not exactly like. I get it. It's hype for the red-haired pirates, but if we learn that Usopp's the one who beat him, that'd be kind of cool for Usopp. That'd be cool for Usopp. But I don't know. Give it a Shanks.
Like I said, I really like Usopp, but I think Usopp fans really need to look in the mirror.
I don't know, brother. Okay, so I am rewatching One Piece. It's like the second time I've said that now. I'm rewatching it. I got to Logtown, but back when Usopp was over here fighting Arlong back in Orangetown, Usopp called himself the Demon King. And I was like, whoa. And then I went to the manga to make sure that wasn't like a Toei exclusive line, but I don't know, man, calling himself the leader of the demons, I'm not one of those guys where it's like every Usopp lie has to be true, but I saw that. I was like, whoa, what? The Demon King?
I think you talk to Par too much.
Maybe, but dude, Demon King Usopp, demons in Elbaf, like, it's all connecting, brother. I feel like the guy that's like, the meme where he has the whiteboard and all the red lines. Like, I'm that guy. Like, guys, it's here.
It feels like that. Here's the issue. Here's my issue. Is that no matter what Usopp does and accomplishes, Oda's going to still make him a coward after the fact.
100%. Until like end of story, super large time skip, he's going to be a coward.
Yeah. So for me, it's hard to get excited for any major power-ups because I feel like it's all going to be embedded within him being just really scared of stuff. Like Oda just enjoys that with him. And like we've gone from Sabaody Archipelago to now we're in Elbaf and nothing is really changing in his character.
He has like moments where he is courageous, and I think that's all Usopp fans kind of want. Not like, oh, he's totally courageous, just like one good moment.
Yeah, that's the thing, where it's like the moments are cool, but it's like it sucks because he does like insanely cool things for one moment, and then the next time it's like, okay, well, he's running away from this person. All right, well. Or he has I can't go to that island disease. Or
yeah, I mean, people just want him to be like Zenitsu, right? In a way. I mean, he is a Zenitsu type character, just an extreme coward. But have you watched the Demon Slayer Infinity Council trailer?
I didn't watch the trailer yet, no.
Okay, it just released today. But yeah, people want just Usopp to lock in for one really good fight, for one arc, just lock in, and then he can go back to being a coward. I think that's all people really want. But yeah, I mean, for Loki, though, with these eyes, do you think that he will transform then?
Yeah. I think
because of the eyes.
That's the tough thing where it's just like it would be cool if, for instance, like we talk about devil fruits and like the chicken or the egg thing, where like
Yeah.
where do devil fruits influence people, or like are people influencing these devil fruits, whatever. Could be a situation where Loki is drawn to this specific devil fruit because of his eyes and who he's reincarnated to be. And so this devil fruit that's supposed to be legendary and passed down, it was meant for him. So if it was a serpent, like I remember I made a video 10 years ago at this point
Oh
about
my god.
mythical zoans I would like in the story. And one, I think number one I had was a basilisk. And that was like coming off my Harry Potter hype. I think I just rewatched Harry Potter. It was like, yeah, I would like a basilisk in One Piece, because remember the basilisk, one of the things that it did is like it petrified you if you looked in its eyes.
Yeah.
So maybe, like you said, Loki's eyes, if they have powers, maybe it's one where he covers it with bandages, because if he looks in your eyes, he can petrify you, or something happens to you.
Ooh, he's like Ghost Rider with the penance stare, like Nicolas Cage. You look into his
something like
eyes and he
that.
sends you to hell.
So I think it'd be cool if he could turn into a serpent, because that would be a very large serpent, by the way.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
large.
it would be kind of like that blood-soaked serpent they talk about, which we now know is the
Yeah.
red line. Funny enough.
Yeah.
That's
So,
that's an old theory too. You remember those? Like, oh, the blood-soaked serpent's the red line. Like, we finally got that confirmed today.
that was back in the day.
Yeah.
Those theories. So yeah. I mean, confirmed, I guess. There's somebody right now that doesn't make videos anymore. They're like, yes.
Yeah. Double 4 anime screaming.
Right.
Oh,
They thought I
do
was
One Piece.
crazy.
Filthy Frank, if only he didn't put me down forever.
If I only didn't have a gun in my underwear on YouTube.
Crazy times, man. People love that we brought that up. It's like a nostalgia
Yeah, I
trip.
mean, I think for a lot of people, like, because something that's always cool to me is like when you think of something, like something just pops in your head, like, damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I forgot that happened.
That was a different era, man.
Yeah, completely different time. Felt like the community was smaller back then.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's because Naruto and Bleach were still going on. So One Piece is like, it got a third of the lion's share there.
One Piece was a little bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it
let's
was.
be honest. One Piece was not, as far as anticipation and love, and One Piece did not get the same love Naruto and Bleach were getting initially.
Yeah.
And after Naruto ended, it was a nice uptick, right? It was a nice uptick, and then before Bleach ended, One Piece was more popular, but yeah, it was back then. It wasn't as I guess obvious as it is now. Like back then, it was like, no, Naruto was it. Naruto was the one. Bleach was 2, and then One Piece was 3. Everybody's like, One Piece is weird. Da da da. Now
It's not weird anymore.
no,
It's the talk of the town, man. It's the one that survived. Well, not surviving.
Yeah.
They ended on their own accord, more or less. Bleach is a weird one where the last 5 chapters like rushed, but One Piece, they're going strong.
1,500 chapters.
Yeah. We're probably gonna go on for like another 300 chapters until we finally finish.
Yeah, and then who knows what happens after that? But yeah, it's One Piece is a little different.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, as far as Loki's powers, I do agree. I do like the serpent idea a lot.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're kind of on board with that. And I'll say this here: I actually don't think that Loki has a devil fruit.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I mean, it's like a crackpot thought of mine, but because Loki supposedly, according to us, right, what we're talking about right now, if he does get powers from those eyes, maybe that's what people think his devil fruit powers actually are. People just assume that he ate the legendary devil fruit because he has like special abilities off rip. I mean, at least after the King Harold murder, right? Maybe that's it.
You think he's like Miss Golden Week, who has powers but no devil fruit?
Yeah, I think he could be like that. And then because like everything's being blamed on Loki, they're like, oh, like his powers, it's probably because he ate the legendary devil fruit. And he just awakened those powers when his dad died or something. And then he's taking all the flack for that. I mean, maybe he does have the downsides of a devil fruit. You know, he can't swim. Maybe you know, the sea stone chains he has on him really do affect him to an extent. We don't really know anything about these powers. I mean, hell, Shirahoshi's still a complete mystery to us right now, right?
Right.
So, you know, I think Oda can get really wacky with it. And I do like the idea of Loki being a brand new inverse kind of thing. I've seen people bring up like a lot of mythological creatures, and I think those are all cool, but I feel like this is one of the chances where Oda can just make something brand new. Kind of like how he made Sun God Nika, right? Just something off the walls, One Piece original. Boom, here it is.
It would be really cool for something brand new, something off the wall. I think it's just Oda has been retroactively, I think through flashbacks, through other moments, somewhat incorporating this Nika stuff and the Nika dance and like you know, the sun god. And he's done it, you know, before with like obviously hella prevalent in Skypiea. But if Loki comes out of nowhere and he's like this special almost god type, it's just like, okay, where was this entire time? Are you saying that he's this sovereign? Are you saying are you trying to fit him into this specific thing? So Loki is obviously special.
Yeah.
Right? How special is he gonna be is tough. Like, does he go with the Straw Hats, which isn't like a small task? Do they find a way to shrink him down? You know, which would be insane. But like, when we think about Loki and what he is, can he stay on Elbaf? Right? Does he go out on his own journey? No, like it's tough. It's tough because people are saying that the Straw Hats, they have to upgrade their ship. It's an Elbaf, Adamwood, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, just to fit Loki, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It'd be cool if he could swim. Like, maybe he transforms and he could swim like a water snake. Because, I mean, you're right. Like,
the entire time.
Dude, making the ship bigger, I don't think people understand that that's not like a solution. It's a solution for Loki, but not for the Straw Hats. Like, Brago, imagine if we took your house right now and so a giant wants to live in your house. So to accompany that, we make your house 1,000 times larger so that they can comfortably walk around. Yeah, that's good for the giant, but you'd hate it. You know, the bathroom would be like miles away. The kitchen would be miles away. You're trying to leave the house. It takes a day. Like, it's not fun to have a giant ship if you're not also giant sized.
Yeah, it would be very annoying. You know, just getting going through doors, and it's like unnecessary. So, like I said, unless it's like a hatch that's just, or like an add-on that's the size of Loki, they can kind of pull him. No, bro. No, it would be cool. It would be cool, but no.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
So, now that we have the Loki eye reveal, do you think he's going to take off his bandages here in Elbaf?
For sure. Bandages are coming off. Unless he does the, you know, Kakashi and Gojo thing. Shows one eye. You know, that would be really cool.
This is all I need for you, Emu.
That was really dope for Oda to kind of reveal his eye this way.
As a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
At first you're like, what the heck is going on? I was like, whoa, his eyes. That's what's happening here. So,
and now we're all just like making fan art of like Loki with the eyes now. We're trying to like just go back and like put the eyes on him.
Yeah.
Like, what does it look like?
Yeah. Every thumbnail you have, it's like, hey, just add these eyes for me. Thanks.
Yeah. I see people going back to like old Loki thumbnails where they like showed his eye before, but it was like different. But now that we have this, they're like, hey, go back and redo the eye real quick. Make it seem like I got that right. I love it, dude. That's the game, man. I like it.
That is the game.
Can't hate it.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, you got somebody have like they gave Loki like the Rinnegan originally, and now that we have this, they're like, whoa. And then you go back to their thumbnail and it's like changed. It's like,
That's just smart.
It's smart. It's smart.
That is very smart. So shout out to them.
Did it call that a year ago? Oh my god! Look, it's 1-to-1.
Some people might say that. But
yeah.
Nah, I think it's good. I encourage that. You know what I'm saying? Like something updates. Like, all right, it's time to update it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Man, I don't have the effort for that though. You know, the minute we got the Loki purple hair reveal, I said, well, I already got like 10 things of him with blonde hair. I'm just gonna keep it that way. It's all
We're
good.
gonna still use him. Nah,
Yeah.
I get you.
That's a lot of work.
I had to update all of it with the colors and all that.
Yeah. Oh man, speaking of colors, you know the new One Piece volume comes out next week. We're about to get the new SPS. It's around the corner.
What did we get in the last SPS? You remember?
I don't remember. I guess I could just look it up. But a reason I'm bringing this up is because we almost got the official coloring for the God Knights, but Oda scrapped it and he went with the Giants instead. He went with Hardin. I was like, damn it. We were right there, man. He drew Shamrock, Killingham, Somers, and Gunko all posed up in the front page, and then he erased it. And he put the new Giant Warrior Pirates. Bro, I was so sad. I can't believe it. It looks good, but man, I was heartbroken when I saw that, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's just one of those situations where why is Hardin still getting focus?
Oh, dude, he's gonna get so much focus.
I get it. I get it. Like Elbaf, he may be one. I mean, I don't think anybody is gonna be more important than Loki at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Like but obviously he's gonna get a lot of focus considering his dream and what he means, where it's like, he's technically a crown prince. Should be. Right? But like he's in the heir to the throne, so he should get a lot of focus, but I mean, even with the God Knights, I saw some of the color schemes.
Yeah. Oh, the God Valley color schemes.
Yeah,
but that's like the old guard, though, man. This is the new generation of Holy Knights, right? Like Gunko's color is gonna be crazy, you know. Killingham's gonna look good. I can't wait, dude. Oda's gonna cook with those colors.
Maybe. Listen.
It's 50-50.
Oda likes weird colors. A lot of weird, just whatever. So, you can hope for it to be great, but I'm a little skeptical.
I'm looking at SBS 111. We did get a couple of big things. Oda told us how Jinbei brushes his teeth. We learned officially that Hanafuda is Ulti and Page One's dad, and we also, I think the most important thing is on how Kid stole Big Mom's poneglyph, and we gave him the random Snack W. Dude, whenever you need somebody to get beaten off screen, just put Snack in there. Big Mom lost? Well, it wasn't Big Mom. It was Commander Snack.
Yeah,
it was that guy.
Snack doesn't have a good reputation right now in the New World. It's just like, it's a Big Mom's territory. You got to face Snack, but that's just like an NPC. You're going to beat him. Nobody's worried about Snack. It's unfortunate, but
yeah, it's like how they say all the VAs have armament and observation haki. Like everybody in the New World just beats Snack. It's the same thing.
It's so tough because Snack is a former commander, but you keep losing.
We've never seen him fight. We just know about his L's. Imagine. Think about this on any other character. We have never really seen him. We've seen him in one anime original shot in the background. Never got a name text box, but we've heard that so many people beat his ass. Nobody would be hyped about this guy. It's the biggest loser, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to get hype around Snack just because he's taken hella L's. But, it's... What was he going to do?
We haven't seen.
What, Rouge?
No, I'm just saying, L's we haven't even, witnessed on screen. A Rouge beat him, but we didn't even see that.
Yeah, and the kid. I mean, seemingly he doesn't back away from a fight, he keeps fighting people.
Yes. You think after you lose the one supernova, you're like, yeah, let me not fight another supernova. Let me call it Big Brother Cracker.
I'm ready this time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got to commend him at least.
Yeah, I commend the fact that he never backs down. Maybe that's a future Conqueror's Honk user right there.
That's it. He has the color of the Conqueror. Just got to wait and see.
He's got the cock, man. Can't turn it down.
Got it.
So, funny enough, you talked about Hardin and how is he going to compare to Loki at this point? Yeah. I think he still can. Because get this, a popular theory that people have been spreading around the block is that Hardin might be a member of the D clan. Because, hear me out, because his mom is from the South Blue Samoanai Island. We know that Saul is from the South Blue. We don't know if it's the same island, don't get me wrong, it's still a theory. But if they're from the same island, maybe they're distant cousins. Maybe they're brother and sister. And that would mean that Hardin is Hardin. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, funny enough, but this theory's looking solid, brother. The stocks have been going up. Polymarket's talking about it. My God. Hardin, that would be a good way to bump up the Hardin stocks. That would put on the same level as Loki.
I don't know. It might be time to cash out on those stocks, man. Might be time to cash out.
So, jokes aside, do you think Hardin's gonna be like as important as Loki on Elbaf?
Yeah. I think he has to be. Harold specifically told him and Loki to unite Elbaf, and we see Elbaf. They deal with discrimination as well amongst giants. So, it's tough, but Hardin seems to be the person that's gonna be the catalyst for all this, and Loki's gonna have to play a part too. But you can't forget about Hardin and his sacrifice and what he wants to get done. So. He's gonna be really, really important by the end of this. I think the setup is clear.
Oh yeah, plot wise, Hardin's right there, man, king of the giants, man. But in terms of strength and ability, what do you think about that?
Strength and ability, Hardin. I don't. Yeah,
older brother tax, man. Older brother tax. Katakuri. One of the oldest brothers,
right?
And he's high up there, man. Hardin, he is the elder here, man. I don't know.
Ichiji's oldest brother.
Ichiji was pretty impressive though. Wait, he was the Red Lightning, right? I love
Sparking
Ichiji.
Red,
and he was the Sanji voice actor too, right? Or not Sanji, Sasuke.
Yeah, he was Sasuke. Sasuke.
He's got aura, man.
Yeah.
And then think about like Ace and Sabo. Like, think about all the old brothers in the series. You love those guys. You love Ace. You like Sabo. You like Katakuri. Why are you not rooting for Hardin, the older brother here?
Love Ace,
Hardin's on that same tier list.
Hardin is different. And Sabo, I had to grow into it. I had to grow into loving Sabo. For Hardin, it's just like, man, the aura isn't there, the drip isn't there. I think he's quite annoying, but he's growing.
Annoying,
yeah. Like he's like, no, bro. Like you want to be the king of Elbaf, like you don't have what it takes right now.
Whoa, dude, that's slanderous, man. That's like making.
But he has a great heart. He has a great heart. I don't want to slander Hardin anymore. I think he's proven his worth, and I think he's going to be really, really important for like the future. But it's kind of like for Wano, who is the most important character, outside of like Luffy and Zoro. They're like Kinemon.
In Wano, I'd say Momonosuke.
Momo.
Yeah, Momo.
Yeah.
He carried the island, he gave the speech at the very end. He's the new leader. Voice of all things.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just depends on like what his purpose will be.
In the future?
In the future. And what he does, and that can kind of determine it. But Hardin, I said like because we know how his mom is, I don't want to slander him anymore, because she's solid, he's solid. So yeah, I'm just saying he's going to be really important. I don't want to talk bad about Hardin anymore.
So when it comes to Hardin's plot relevance, you think he's high up there. I agree. But when it comes to Hardin's strength, crickets.
As far as amongst Elbaf characters?
Yeah.
Or just
Elbaf characters and even Loki.
Sorry, that's not close. I do think Hardin's probably stronger than we think. Because Oda could give him a bump. You know,
Do you think he would
nice
give him
bump.
like a new weapon?
New weapon is interesting.
Because Loki's been getting, I mean, he hasn't been getting new weapons, but, you know, we saw him with the Akanabo initially when he was like a baby. And then we later see him with the hammer. And then now he has Ragnir. So who's to say that Hardin doesn't have a couple of weapons in his household, you know? Like Ida's spear.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I think that's what he needs. I think he needs a new weapon and new drip to kind of be like menacing and for people to like look at him and actually respect him. I do think the character is enough for a lot of people, but like I want to respect him a little more.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, people talk about like, oh, but the character is great. You know, the story is great. It is. Yeah, no, I love that. But I'm a junkie, man. I love Baki. I know you're starting Baki maybe here in a little bit. But, you know, I love a good old fight, right? If a character can prove themselves in an arena, I have even more respect for him. So I do want Hardin to be that fighter, but will Oda do that to him?
I mean, if he beats Dory or Brogy while they're amped up on whatever they're amped up on, and Loki beats the other one, I think Hardin is good enough. If he fights them, yeah.
Okay, what about like Loki and Hardin do a Hakaku sovereignty together, and then Loki's like, oh, like Hardin's strength is equal to mine. This only works if we're in perfect harmony, and Hardin's doing it. Like, what if he drops that? Respect?
I'll be like, you're lying. Yo, stop lying to me. What the hell? Like, no, stop.
Yeah, no, Hardin like attacks Dory and Brogy, and Loki's like, oh, and he looks at Hardin and he sees like a flash of Rocksteady's back. He's like, oh my god, Rock-sama! And it's just his brother.
Rocks is crazy. Heck no. But shout out to Hardin though, man. Shout out to Hardin. Like, just really good character, but strength wise, we just gotta see more. You know, we just gotta see a little bit more and see how he deals with it. But right now, I'm down.
Yeah, fair. So, you know, back to Loki for a second, man. Do you think he actually kills the Horse of Good Fortune here in the castle? Or do you think the horse just dies randomly and they blame Loki?
Dies randomly.
You think so?
Or it was a mistake.
Oh, like Loki plays with it and he just like snaps it in half or something?
Because Loki, I don't think Loki knew how he killed that bear.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think he knows. But I think it's just an abnormal strength where you gotta kind of see how that is. You know? So
it's like Big Mom. Because Big Mom was beating animals and the animals were like, whoa, what's happening? Big Mom's like, look, I got a bear. I'm playing with it. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, Big Mom's strength is she has very impressive strength. Like I mean, like when I think we've talked about this before as far as ranking the kids. Yeah. As far as the strongest kids, and Big Mom was number one. For the longest because of just how insane she was, and Odin was another one. And Oda typically builds up these characters saying, "Hey, this person as a kid did this," you know. So, yeah, Loki is one of those for sure.
Yeah, definitely number one.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those. But I think his strength growing up, like, because he killed that bear by mistake, more than likely. Like, the bear was trying to, he's a baby, all right? He's a baby. Like, just, they can't, how? First
you have no concept of fighting in your brain yet, right?
And you decapitate a bear? Yeah, it has to be something.
Could be the eye powers, man. Could be a transformation. Because that's very specific. Decapitation's kind of crazy, right? Because you'd have to, like, with your bare hands, you'd have to, like, do this. If Loki had a sword, I'd be like, oh, like, he swung the sword, the head just got caught, done. But, like, to break the head off specifically, like, that's, I don't know.
Climb back up after being...
Yeah. People say he's climbing that tree like a snake, brother.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's a little excessive.
Yeah, people are saying there's an extreme diff Luffy feat back in Drum Island over here, just climbing the trees, climbing the drum peaks.
I mean, I don't know many feats better.
Yeah.
When you consider
At
the
this
age, right? At the age, he was thrown away, and fought off a bear, and then still climbed it. Like, this is like a legendary status.
Yeah. I mean, what? Remember when Kaido was introduced? They're like, oh, yeah, you know, Kaido just fell from a sky island. He was looking for a place to die. Loki did that as a baby, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Which I guess, again, you know, people are saying, you know, King Harold is Kaido's dad. And I think this chapter gave that a lot more, like, ammo. And then even when you look at the parallels between Loki and Kaido with the falling from the sky island, essentially, I mean, it's there. You know, we have, what is it? Estrid coming from Alcohol Village.
Yeah.
And Kaido was born in Vodka Kingdom, or he was raised in Vodka Kingdom. So they're like, oh, look, that's another little hint. So yeah, it's kind of there. I could see it.
Yeah, they're bringing things together really well. I mean, Kaido, it'd be dope if he was incorporated in some way, like connected to Harold or connected to Loki, connected to Hardin. And I'm really interested to find out more about Kaido, considering like he just fell off the face of the earth, man. It's just, is he dead? Is he not dead? Is he still recovering?
Dude, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in the cover page story. Find out next week.
No.
Get excited, man.
No way. A cover. I mean, if it's canon, I don't care.
We're in Wano, man, with Yamato. So eventually, we are gonna have to tackle the Kaido Big Mom thing.
Yeah.
It could be next chapter, to be honest. Maybe, you know, based on how these chapters are going, we will get. I mean, we won't get, right. Oda could hide it in the background, but right now we left off at 63 years in the past. And hear me out, Kaido is 59. So if we do see like the Kaido King Harold connection, it could come up next chapter if we really want to tackle that. And it could also go with the cover page story. I'm not saying it's going to happen. You know, Oda likes to hide those details in the background anyways.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, here's Queen, you know, Queen had a son this many years ago. Frankie's just that age. And then he doesn't say anything. Like Page went on ulti in Hanafuda, right? He kind of dropped you the clues, and then like years later, he's like, yeah, they are related. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, Oda likes beating around the bush with some of these things. But I think the reveal, just got to wait and see. I think it ends up, you know, being worth the wait, at least.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
More often than not. Because sometimes it's like, all right, we could have just known this. You know, it didn't have to be dragged out like this. But more often than not, it's kind of worth the wait. I'd say.
Oh, man. This week, we got a break. But with it, we got a couple of animes coming out, man. We got Sakamoto Days, Dawn to Dawn, Demon Slayer movie coming out in 3 weeks. Chainsaw Man movies around the corner as well. We got a lot. Kaiju number 8.
Wait, okay. First off, Demon Slayer movie. Is that just what they do with the episodes and like early?
So Demon Slayer, we are no longer getting episodes. We're only getting movies now.
Oh, so ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trilogy.
Remember that. I now remember that. Damn. Do I wait to react to it? Or do I just watch it in theaters?
That's the main question.
Something that happened recently, I went to see Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
And
nice.
What's wrong with Lilo and Stitch?
Not a big Lilo and Stitch fan, man.
You don't like Lilo and Stitch?
Nah, dude. Growing up, I hated them.
Oh my god!
I like some of those space.
You hated Lilo
monsters.
or Stitch?
Both.
Wait, you watched the series or the movie?
I watched the cartoon.
Okay, so you watched the Stitch has a glitch. Is it? Well, no, that's 2. So you have the one where it's like a bunch of different experiments keep showing up, and Lilo and Stitch have to stop them.
Yeah, that's the one I watched. Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't watch the movie?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I get it because like the origins aren't there for you. You gotta watch the movie.
The origins aren't there for you. I mean, they just weren't that cool looking, man.
Oh, I mean, but the thing is like the origin story is more about Stitch, you know, and Stitch and how he integrates into like the real world whilst being a strong super monster. So it's
sounds like Loki.
Is it? Loki got it much worse than Stitch, you know. But Lilo and Stitch is a vibe. But either way, I went to go see it, and I was a little bit late. I think I got there. Movie was supposed to start at like 2:10. Got there like 2:12, but then still got in line for popcorn. So at this point, it's like a line. It's like a pretty decent line. I think I got out the line at like 20 to 25, something like that. So, you know, typically 15 minutes of previews, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, once I get in, maybe the movie has started, maybe not. I think I sat down at like 2:30 and they were still showing previews. Superman, I was like, wait, what? And then, so now apparently previews are going to be longer.
Yeah, and they're going to start announcing them too. Whenever you buy your tickets, it's like, hey, previews will last X amount of minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes of previews. I think that is insane. But I mean, I was never really early for movies anyway. Like, but now I think it's going to make people like, movie's not going to start for 30 minutes. Which I don't.
Later.
I guess my thing is like, I don't get it because it's just 15 minutes extra. But like 15 minutes extra over an entire day for each movie, that's like, you're basically losing money, you know?
Yeah, and you know, as a consumer too, I don't like long previews most of the time. I like previews, don't get me wrong. I think it does get me hyped for the next
30
movie.
minutes is crazy.
30 minutes is insane. You know, 15 minutes, even like 20 is fine. But my problem is that, you know, I buy the popcorn, I sit down, I buy a snack or two, a drink or two, and then by the time the movie starts, like all my things are like done. You know, they're done, half done. It's like, bro, like the movie's just starting. I got 2 hours left.
So I think what's going to happen, people are just going to like push it back now. It's like, the movie doesn't start for this. I'm just going to be later and later and later. So
yeah.
I don't think it's going to. Either way, back to Demon Slayer. This is a canon movie, right? This is like...
Yes. The next 3 movies are all canon, and it ends off the entire series. And I believe we're getting one each year. I don't know if that's confirmed, but yeah, one movie this year, another movie next year, and then the last movie the year after. So they're trying to like capitalize on the Mugen Train success, which I can't blame them. If they got one of the top grossing movies out there, oh yeah, dude, go for it. Get your bag,
Train
man.
Was great. Mugen Train was great. But I think like they chose to make a movie out of like a very key moment. You know, like
yeah,
with Rengoku and Akaza. That's big because you take out one of your. First of all, the Hashira is a very small group.
Was it like
right?
8?
It's a very small group, and you know, one guy doesn't really want to be there. You know, so it's just another guy. He's like out now because of injuries, whatever. So it's like to kill Rengoku. That's a bold move. But not only that, to put it in a movie, canon. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Like Mugen Train moved me.
I would have rather had the entertainment arc as a movie because it was more conclusive. Like it's not a problem. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was great. But it felt unsatisfying at the very end when Rengoku dies, and you're like, oh, like now, you know, Tanjiro's gonna fight Akaza. It's gonna be great. He's gonna get revenge real quick. And then Akaza leaves, and it's like, okay, it's like blue balling you, man.
You can't have Rengoku and Akaza and then Tanjiro and Akaza. That's crazy.
It feels like an unfinished movie, which I get it, right? It's part of the series. That's why I'd rather have the entertainment arc because, you know, they finished the fight there.
Yeah, the entertainment arc was great, but
the villain doesn't get away over there.
Yeah, I like what they did by giving us some more of what was his name? I forget it. Tengen. His name is Tengen.
Mm-hmm.
Giving us more of him, right, and him and his wives, and you know, I thought it was a really cool arc, really really cool arc. For a while, he was my favorite Hashira.
If he just took off the headband, he'd be my favorite Hashira. But right now, I'm a big fan of the wind guy. I'm really bad with the names for the Hashira, but the wind one.
Sazanami?
Yeah, it's that one dude with the shotgun's brother, Sanemi.
Sanemi.
Yeah, Sanemi.
He's a hothead.
I freaking love him, dude. Him and Gyu, like I know they're kind of like Guy and Kakashi in a weird way. They're just like that duo.
Tomioka all day.
Tomioka, Sanemi, man.
Yeah, I think it's Tomioka. Gyu is cool, man.
He's too cool though. He's too like generically cool.
Yeah, he's very generic, but like
when I say, "Oh, I'm a Gyu fan," it's not like, okay, all right, get in line, buddy.
It's like an Itachi fan.
Yeah, so like I want to pick somebody that's a little bit different. I still like Gyu. Don't get me wrong, he's up there, but if I had to be different, I like Sanemi a lot.
If I had to be different, what's her name?
The Love Hashira. Oh no, you're gonna be the poison guy. You love that poison girl, right?
I like her right hand.
I forgot her name. I need to rewatch
the
Demon
one that
Slayer.
was like helping them train.
Yeah,
like she does, like she's close to Hash, or like she's really talented. Like I forget her name. But
is this a sign to rewatch a Demon Slayer?
I think it's time, because I read all of Demon Slayer, but I only watched like basically every episode like once. I did I never felt like I gotta brush up on my Demon Slayer knowledge. No,
yeah.
I just watched it and moved on. So I forget her name, but she was like the assistant to the poison chick, or like they all had like somebody they were
like
an underling. Yeah, but they're really powerful. Like her underling, I liked her.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I tried looking her up. I couldn't find her name. That's how unversed I am at Demon Slayer. I can't even Google search their names, man. That was awful.
I might go to the theater to watch it. I really might. Yeah, I might go to the theater.
It'll be in theaters September 12th for America and Canada, but it does come out in 3 weeks in Japan. So you could probably just bootleg it too if you want.
I wonder how long it's going to take to get like on Amazon Prime or something, Because nowadays, I think that's how I look at things. I'm like, if it's not a movie that I'm super interested in, I'm like, I'll just wait for Amazon.
Yeah. No, I do the same.
Just wait a month.
Amazon or like Vudu or something.
How are you for Superman? Are you excited for Superman?
Yeah, I'll probably watch Superman. I'm not like super excited, but
I'm not super excited for it.
I'm a fan of one of the actors though.
Ooh.
The guy who plays Green Lantern, Guy Gardner.
Okay.
I like that actor a lot. He plays in The Rookie. He's like the main character. And he was also in Castle too. I think it's like Nathan Fillion.
Not a huge fan of everybody there. I think the person that I recognize is Lex. Recognize him. I believe he was in X-Men, if I remember correctly. But it just feels, I don't know. I don't feel the excitement yet for Superman. Maybe if I see another trailer that makes it more hype. But either way, Superman, so I'm gonna give it a chance. So,
yeah. I like how you say another trailer, but they've already released like multiple trailers and they're all like 5 minutes long.
There's so many, bro. Here's the thing. It got to a point where like, all right, I'm not gonna watch anymore.
Essentially spoiling the movie, bro.
You're giving out so much of the movie. And then I saw one with like crypto, and crypto's like seems like a very integral part to the movie. I'm just like, okay.
There's a lot in there, man.
I guess that's what it is. How do we know how long the movie's gonna be?
I don't think there's a runtime out yet. That's still up in the air.
It's at least 2.5 hours with this movie.
I'm banking on. Oh wait! There is a confirmed runtime. It's only 2 hours and 9 minutes. That's not bad.
Not bad, but not great.
I mean, let's be real. A lot of superhero movies run long. Like I was expecting like 3 hours.
I expect 2.5 hours at least.
Especially from DC. My God, they're so bad with that.
You're including a dog. It's just.
Yeah, I like how you're hung up on the dog. I'd be more concerned about like Guy Gardner and like all these other superheroes that are showing up in Lex Luthor. It feels like there's going to be so many different focal points that squeezing it all into 2 hours is going to be tough.
It's just like because a lot of the clips that I see is just like Crypto seems to be just like in all of them. Like why they obsessed with this dog? Not like dogs, but
Yeah.
maybe for Superman, But still interested. But,
That's funny. You say that, and I click on Superman images, and it's literally Superman and Crypto.
That's crazy. It's just like that's like the marketing. That's like the marketing. So
They're trying to get the dog people in there, man. The Chinese are gonna go and watch this movie.
That's crazy.
Is that racist?
A little bit, but then you can get away with it because you can just say you're Chinese.
Yeah, I am Chinese, so I can. Yeah, I can say that. That's
Right.
fair.
Exactly. So as far as anime releases, Demon Slayer, Sakamoto Days, like guys, no exaggeration. Sakamoto Days manga is literally just unbelievable.
Brago's eating that up. I see, as somebody who's only watched the anime and has only read the latest chapter of Sakamoto Days, I don't know, man. I'm very mixed. Like, season 1 didn't leave a lasting impact, but I read chapter 217 and 218, and I have no idea what's going on.
You jump from, well, okay, I know how you do things. You are a psychopath with that.
I'm looking at the latest couple of chapters right now. What is this? Like, I'm looking at chapter 216 now, 215. They look good. No, dude, I'm not going to spoil it, but these fights look fire. But I just feel like the anime is going to fumble it.
I'm at chapter 80 or 79 around there, and those chapters right now, it is absolutely bonkers. I can't say enough how much I love Sakamoto Days and how I wish they did the anime better and gave it just a better chance. I don't think the animation style suits the manga. I think you gotta it has to be the JJK treatment. Because if it gets that, especially considering like what's to come and some of the characters and what it is, like, bro, they're assassins. Like, no room for it's like jokes and stuff, but like once they get to it, they get to it. So Sakamoto Days, love it.
If they just had a different studio, man, I feel like I'd love Sakamoto Days a lot more. Because I am looking at the manga right now, and it looks fantastic. I'm looking at the chapter you're on. It looks good. I love the art style, the way they do the lines, and then you look at the anime, and it's like they don't do it justice.
Like I said, some of the powers and techniques from different assassins and what they specialize in, I think it's just dope. Dandadan. Here's how I feel about Dandadan. I feel like Dandadan started out really well, and then it ended weak. I thought
it's because they ended mid arc. Like, that was so odd, right? Like during the Evil Eye stuff.
Yeah, the ending towards the end of the season, it was just like, all right, cool, But I really did enjoy the anime, and of course the opening.
Oh, opening is generational. I think the opening, when I think of Dandadan, I think of the opening by Creepy Nuts, and I also think about the scene where like the mom jumped off the rooftop, and those are like the standout scenes. But outside of that, there's another scene that I think about. Lasts with me. I gotta watch the second season. Like I said, I haven't read the manga, so I'm not too sure like what people are all hyped about. But I hear a lot of good things about Dandadan, so I'm excited. But
there's another scene that I think about. I'm like, it's gone viral on Twitter several times because people keep posting.
The episode 1 scene, like like we're going to impregnate you or something, like those aliens. Yeah,
people keep posting it like over and over. I guess people know it's gonna bang. Farm. Yeah, it's just like they keep posting like, your favorite mangaka did this, or like, whoa.
You like Dandadan? Well, how do you feel about Momo getting her legs spread open?
It's just people.
It's like, okay,
going on about it.
Sure.
But Dandadan, I'm mildly excited. I would say as far as my excitement is like a 7, 8. Because how the season ended, but I really like the characters. But I don't know, didn't like that ending too much. Really excited for Kaiju number 8. Excitement went down a little bit when I found out it was ending. And like chapter 100, I think it's 100 and something chapters.
That's not a lot.
Not a lot at all. Considering it just got an anime, it's just like, ooh. But based on what people were saying, it was like it should have been ended. So what else?
I need to give season 1 a try.
Sakamoto, Kaiju number 8.
There's also the Chainsaw Man movie, which has not gotten an official release date, but it should release this summer. I'm really excited for that. Dude, anime movies are money makers,
Love
brother.
Chainsaw Man. Love Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw
And
Man's
anime
great.
I've been thinking about lately, bro.
What's up?
Because I didn't really watch the last season. And I feel like I got to start over and go all the way through.
Ooh, what is it?
IQ.
Oh! I love IQ. What did Will Smith say? Like, I eat it up, I chew it, then I chew it some more. That's me in sports animes, bro. Like, Kuroko no Basket, Haikyuu, Blue Lock, One Out.
Wait, Will Smith said that?
Yeah, I think Will Smith, he was, like, doing a freestyle thing. He says, I bite off more than I can chew, then I chew it. Like, that was one of his bars. It was so fire. I mean, you gotta hear it in the song. I pull out the pin out of the grenade before I threw it. Dude, Will Smith, fucking banger, dude.
Aren't you supposed to do that?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, Will Smith, he's so profound. He's just telling you basic things at that point. And then I love it because he also mimics it. He's like, I pull out the pin out of the grenade before I threw it.
Before I threw it, I opened the door and then I walked through it.
Yeah, he's so good, man. Oh, you guys gotta look it up. Look up Will Smith freestyle. And, you know, I agree with what people say. They're like, oh, you know, you gotta imagine, you know, Will Smith is old. You know, back then, this is how they rapped. It's like, yeah, dude, I like it, man.
The funniest thing is
fun.
this new song where they're like, pretty girls. They're like, if you slow it down or speed it up, you actually have a good song. And they're right.
Really?
Yeah, when I listened to it slow, I liked it. When I listened to it fast, I really liked it too.
Oh, shoot, dude.
Yeah, it's just
I need to do that. Let me write it down.
Yeah, so when they did it for just the tempo, it just doesn't work. It just feels like a older man making a song. But when they speed it up, it feels like almost like a festival song, you know, like a carnival song. When they slow it down, it feels like a almost chopped and screwed, like a Houston song, you know, like Texas. So like it works, but like the current tempo just feels like all right.
Will Smith, man, he doesn't get enough credit, dude. He's not that bad. His home life is kind of, but you know, it's not awful.
Oh, what's wrong with his home life?
I don't know. Isn't he the one where like his wife like screwed his son's best friend and he was just like in the corner watching or something?
I don't know if he was watching in the corner, but I believe he knew about it. He knew about their relationship.
Yeah,
Entanglement.
He just let it fly, brother. Which, I mean, stronger man than me. You know, he went back and he's like, I'm happy about this. We went to therapy, which I don't know.
Yeah, they figured it out.
They figured it out. You know, I can't. You know,
she just had a
crazy summer,
a moment.
Yeah, a crazy summer with like a 19-year-old kid in their house. You know, just
banging him.
Yeah, give me a new house after that, brother. Like, why are the bed sheets white? Did they come white? I don't know.
We don't know who Will Smith is banging.
Yeah, that's also true. You know, there's a lot of rumors about Will Smith also getting around. So, you know, Hollywood's a different beast. I think that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, I don't, like you said, stronger men, stronger people than me. Because sometimes I forgot what I was watching, and it was like a sex scene, and then like the dude was just like straight up just sucking on her titty, and I was like, that's crazy.
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, if that's my lady, like, I don't care if that's acting. That's insane.
Oh, I thought you meant like you don't believe in sucking on titties, but you meant like, you know, an actor sucking on another person's titties. Okay, it took me a second. I was like, wait, Braga, you don't believe in boobs?
I prefer boobs.
Okay, yeah. You're a Viola guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Boobs over ass. I'm in the minority. I know.
No. Dude, I'm actually the same.
Yeah, I'm in the minority, but
reminds me of prison
boobs,
school.
Man. Exactly.
Reminds me of prison. Dude, we would fail. The principal would hate us.
Well, didn't he have the explanation of why boobs over ass?
No,
Wasn't
no.
That it?
The principal liked thighs.
Yeah, but didn't he pass him because of his explanation about boobs being better than ass?
Maybe.
I think he did pass him. He's like, oh.
I think you got it backwards. I think the principal liked asses because their explanation was that it triggers like a primal instinct to breed. It was something like that. It's crazy because you just watched it like, you know, less than a year ago. For me, it was like 3 years ago now, but Yeah, great show. Should have got a season 2, man. Season 2 would have been so fire because I read the manga, and I mean, it's never gonna get it, so I might as well just say it here. But the girls come back and they're freaking fire.
They did the well, it's not season. It's more like a OVA where the girls were in jail.
No, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that should have been like season 2 right there.
Yeah, they did like something like that. Like, but no, I think.
Damn.
Well, because after it was gone for a while, I did some research and it was like, well, there's no need for it to come back because the manga is done and they don't have anything to really promote. So
yeah,
you know,
that sucks.
If anybody brings Prison School back, it's like a passion project and somebody's picking it up for the shits and giggles. So
it's crazy that that's the explanation, because I'm looking at the anime list for summer 2025, and I'm not trying to be mean. There are some people out there who love these really, dog water animes, but why not cancel some of these things and just do better animes? Better.
Well, I think for a lot of this
man.
anime, we know anime is just promotion, and so that's why it's like a million isekais, because you're hoping that one of these isekais just blow up and then it promotes everything, the light novel and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But with Prison School, it's literally just pure degeneracy if you make this anime.
It's a good comedy.
It's amazing comedy. Like when she got peed on multiple times.
Hey, that triggered something primal in me, brother.
I was like, yo, what is going on?
Hana's number one, dude.
Like, she keeps getting herself in these situations. And then, of course, Mako, just a unit of a woman.
Always wearing like 5 sizes too small, brother.
And then she complains about it, like, oh, can I undo some buttons? It's so hot. And then the president's like, no. And then she's like sweating.
Oh yeah, because she's like, can I change it? She's like, no, you cannot change. It's like, what? Why?
It's crazy.
Ooh, Call of the Night's getting to season 2. Have you ever watched that?
No, what's that?
It's like I don't even know how to describe it, because I didn't really watch season 1, but it's like a vampire anime. Really good colors, really great animation and art style, but I don't really know anything about the plot. Whenever I see the anime, it's just the girl and the guy flying through the sky in Japan, and that's it.
Well, a manga that I wanted to read, at least, was Slam Dunk.
Ooh, yeah.
Never seen it, never watched it. I just heard. It's like I've heard multiple, not only people, but mangaka talking about how great Slam Dunk is. And
it's like it's an OG.
I'm like, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I should watch the anime or read the manga, but Slam Dunk it's on the list of things I gotta read and watch. Like I said, I'm not trying to. Here's a tough one. It's impossible to watch all the anime out there, and because I have such an amazing time when I rewatch anime,
it's hard to pick new ones up.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep rewatching, because I had the urge to rewatch Death Note the other day. I'm like,
And it's good. That's the problem. Like, Death Note's good.
I know it's great. And it's
These
been about
other
6-7 years. Been like 7 years since I rewatched Death Note. So it's just like, why not? I've had FMAB. It's been like a good 5 years. Why not? Code Geass. It's been more than that. Why not? Full Iron-Blooded Orphans. Been a while. Why not? So it's just like, it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, I see this random anime. What is it? It was Elusive Samurai. Some people really liked it. I didn't like it that much. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, it's cool. They're like, oh man, you dropped it at the worst place. I'm like, all right, maybe it'll reach me again, but.
Ooh, My Dress Up Darling season 2, Shield Hero season 4. My God, it's still going on?
I only seen the first season. And I thought the first season was wild, because they were even like accusing him of rape.
Dude, episode 1. Oh my God. I was so mad.
What the heck is going on?
I was so mad they did that to him.
That was insane.
And they didn't believe him either, because he's a guy, and she was like the princess or some noblewoman or something, but yeah. He overcame though, and now there's 4 seasons, which I don't know where the hell they're going, because like you, I never watched past season 1, but
yeah,
that's crazy.
It's an isekai, so it's just like, who knows where the hell they go.
Yeah.
It could be a situation where he goes back to his regular world with all his powers.
Shout out. I can't wait till that gets another season.
Yeah, shout out to the goat.
Shout outs, man.
But yeah,
Couple of good shonens. We got Gachi
heard about that. Adding that to my list to watch. Sure.
Have you seen the trailer?
Nope, I didn't want to watch it yet.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go in just blind. Oh, I'm watching Steins Gate for the first time, so excited about Steins Gate.
How far are you?
Just the first episode.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I watched the first episode like twice. I'm like,
twice.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because it's it's one of those animes you have to like pay attention to.
Yeah, so it's like let me pay attention.
Yeah.
Attention. And it was like, all right, same thing. All right, time to move on. Let's see.
Lord of Mysteries is out. We talked a little bit about that off call. Chinese anime.
Yeah.
2 episodes just came out today.
That was getting recommended, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. But some recommendations, I'm just like, it's just not
your type.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes it's better to just find my anime that works for me, as opposed to recommendations.
I mean, that's just how it typically is, right? Like everybody has their own preference on like genre, art style, story, etc. So
yeah,
it'd be like that.
So I mean, I don't mind Rex, but like I like kind of just stumbling into greatness.
Yeah, like you hear about something a while, and then naturally you're like, okay, let me go check it out.
Yeah. But I do like those underrated shows that I wouldn't watch normally. That I'm like, oh my gosh, that was great. I do really enjoy those. So it's anime.
Yeah, stack season, man. Summer 2025 going to go down as a crazy one.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of great stuff. I just hope that Kaiju number 8 ended at a great spot because that is, from what I remember, after that that major kaiju that was talking, that they barely beat him.
Yeah.
At the end. So he's gonna come back insanely strong. So Kaiju number 8 left off at a good spot. Dandanana was okay. And what was the other one?
Sakamoto.
And Sakamoto, it's just the animation. It's just the animation. Which
doesn't exactly fill you with hype.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. If this had JJK's animation, Sakamoto Days would be easily be the most anticipated. But.
Bro, I'm looking at the next season too. I'm skipping all the way ahead to fall. That is when One Punch Man season 3 finally comes back in, as well as the final season of MHA.
My Hero is crazy because I'm so behind on My Hero, and a part of me wants to catch up, and then a part of me is like, well, eventually.
Yeah,
but shout out to My Hero though. My Hero is like after the big 3. It's like
it's up there, dude.
It's the next one that's like gone on this long. Like nothing else has really gone on this long. With anime, etc. I don't know, isn't Black Clover on break?
I think so. I mean, Black Clover is like almost always on break, from what I recall.
Yeah, so Black Clover was like right there at MHA when it came out, and now for it to have this many seasons and still going, like no.
Yeah, Black Clover is on chapter 380.
Yeah, Black Clover, My Hero, those two when they came out were supposed to be the next ones, especially My Hero. Especially My Hero. But, I don't know, Asta was hated the first few episodes of Black Clover just because everybody's like, oh my God, his voice is so annoying.
He's annoying. Yeah, that's where I was too.
Yeah, he was screaming a lot. It was just like, oh, heck no, like I'm cool on that.
Yeah. So MHA ended on chapter 430. Not bad. Very respectable.
That's a long run. That's a long run. That's more chapters than Naruto. Well, no.
If you like split it in half, yeah.
Yeah.
Like from Shippuden and OG, yeah.
Because Naruto had how many chapters? Like,
I don't think Shippuden hit that high, did it? Naruto Shippuden. Oh, it just has it all together. So Naruto as a whole has 700 chapters.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 700 is kind of nuts. Wow.
That's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
we're saying that when One Piece has.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, One Piece is also another monster. Like, it's going on for just forever. And the
Yeah.
end is in sight for One Piece, but it's not in sight at the same time. Like, we have a lot left to tackle.
Yeah, I mean, so many anime and manga came and went with One Piece still thriving, and like I said, the ending doesn't feel like it's near.
We're still seeing new things,
Yeah.
bro. Like Loki's
Yeah.
eyes. Like, what? We don't even know what this is.
Yeah, it's a lot more things to go. This depends on how Oda wants to drag it. I think if he could genuinely drag it out, considering how many people want to see, how many things he want to do, but like, you know, he may get fed up one day and be like, all right, here, like this is the end.
I'm done.
No,
God, that'd be awful.
He can never be done.
Yeah, he can. He can. He's been so loyal to One Piece for all these years. He's not gonna just stop. Which I mean, last thing I want to leave off on, but Loki and Lola. Do you think Loki showed Lola his eyes? And if so, do you think Lola liked him, or do you think she also ostracized him?
No way, she ostracized him.
Do you think she'd accept him?
I think she told him, "Let me see your eyes."
And she said, "Wow, they're beautiful."
Yeah.
I feel like if she said that though, I feel like Loki would never wear the bandages again.
But it's kind of like Katakuri and Luffy. You thought like after that, Katakuri would start wearing the thing, stop wearing the scarf and just put on the hat and just be open. But it's like, like change doesn't happen right away.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So,
damn.
Guess we got to wait.
Kind of feel bad for Loki, man. You know, he's lost the love of his life, man. Do you think he's gonna find a girl? Do you think he's gonna get with like Ange or somebody? Like, I at this point, because his mom is like, but well, not his mom, but because like Hardin's mom is kind of chopped. Do you think that's the reason why Loki prefers chopped women?
What if he gets with Hardin's mom?
Oedipus, huh? I don't, dude. No way. I've seen the theories that like Ida, Hardin's mom, is actually Mosa.
Mosa? Yeah, I've seen that too.
I don't mind it. I
don't mind it.
I feel odd knowing that Loki was talking to Hardin's mom the entire time. Like they already don't get along that well. Now it's like, ooh, all the ammunition.
But she was trying to convince him, Hardin, to talk to Loki. You know.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those situations where I can see it happening. It's just, I don't know, but I can see it being the case because
same.
It makes sense for it to be somebody from Elbaf, somebody close to Harold, just hostage, and then her considering like what she knows about Loki's upbringing, just trying to be there for him.
But now, what about the nickname though, Mosa? Like, where does that come from?
Alias, where she's from, so many different things.
Maybe like Loki slept with his mom, and it's like, oh, it's Harry down there.
Like
it's Shaggy. Imagine that. Oh, so Loki, why do you call my mom Mosa? Well, let me tell you, it was one long night, and I unzipped her dress, and she was really damn hairy, Hardin.
But the thing is, like, Loki's the younger brother, so imagine your younger brother taking advantage of your mom.
Yeah, or even just talking to your mom. Like, imagine pulling up, and you hear about like, not your brother, but like your stepbrother having a better relationship with your mom than you do. Like, that's just.
I'd be a little mad.
Yeah, you can't be like mad. It's just like, wait, what? Huh?
What the hell is going on here?
When did you guys start talking?
It'd be odd. Then I just probably start talking to his mother.
Yeah. I mean, it's like how Hardin, he was like, oh, like, guys, don't release him. And then Luffy's like, release him. And he's like, I don't know. And then Scopper's like, release him. And he's like, not you too, Yasan. Imagine Hardin's mom jumps in and says, Hardin, you need to let him go. And he's like, Mom, no, not you too. Like, nobody's on Hardin's side, man. I just feel bad for the guy.
I mean, he just got to be better. That's all I can say about Hardin. Just got to be better, man. Just stop being... Like, I don't think he's lame, right? But it's just... He's just got to be better because it's like by himself, he's great, right? But when you stack him up against like
his family.
Yeah.
I mean, even King Harold, man, he's got big shoes to fill. Like literally big shoes.
Really tough act to follow. So
I mean, I'm hoping that Loki pulls an Obito where he gives Hardin like one of his eyes.
So like, I mean, the crazy part about that is just, I don't know.
Like, here you go, older brother. Have one of my eyes.
Like he throws it over the cliff, like I don't need it. It's like now he's with one eye for no reason.
It's like the Potara in Dragon Ball, like Vegeta, here, put it on, and Hardin's like, if it's to save Elbaf, I guess I'll give you my eye and take your eye. Like,
oh no,
that'd be crazy, man.
Shout out to your guy Hardin, man. He's going to be good. He's going to be good.
He's going to be strong, is what you meant to say.
He's going to be good. He's going to be good.
Just strong. Wait, dude. Hardin's going to be standing over a Holy Knight. He's going to be standing over Shamrock, Emu. And he's going to say exactly what King Harold said last chapter. Who's your god now? Ha 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 ha. That's going to be Hardin, dude. Just wait.
Yeah, he's going to rub it in.
Yeah, the King Harold DNA is going to kick in. Like Sanji with the Jeremy DNA. Woo, just wait till the D-Clan vibes kick in, dude.
He's going to have a one shining moment, and it's going to be fantastic. Speaking of Sanji, have you seen, like, the reactions around the community with Sanji? Like, it is visceral, man. Like,
no, wait, what happened?
Where it's like the conquerors haki and no conquerors haki thing.
Oh, it's
inciting so much. Where, like, people are so mad. I'm like, wow, people are so upset.
I don't... Yeah, I mean, I always think it's fun to poke fun at things like that, but I wouldn't, like, get that visceral about it, man.
Yeah. Some people are like, oh my God, you guys want Sanji to get Conqueror's Haki. This is pathetic. Why do you want that? I'm like, what? And then the craziest one was when somebody said, if Sanji gets it, it will ruin Conqueror's Haki. But in the same breath, they're like, but Usopp should get it.
I can't wait till Don Chinchao comes back with more Conqueror's Haki than before.
Like, it's just, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
what are you
and then
talking about?
I've heard the whole thing too for multiple people that Sanji has like the exoskeleton and Germa DNA. He doesn't need anything else. It's like, well, I mean, like Zoro, he got Enma, but he still has Conqueror's Haki. Luffy has Conqueror's Haki, and he still has the Sun God Nika fruit. Like, I don't think the exoskeleton exactly counters the fact that he needs Conqueror's Haki, or that he should get it even.
Yeah, I think he should get it. I think he definitely should get it.
It's a nice boost.
Like my thing with it is just like, it doesn't have to be something that's always on. Like, he could just only use it when the Germa mode is activated.
That's where I'm at.
And it's like, yeah. So it's like I think it's an apt, not necessarily nerf, but it's a way to kind of control it in a way, because you gave him such an amazing power up in Onigashima with the exoskeleton, which I think is insane. But nah, I think...
You know what's funny?
What's that?
It's funny, we're like vouching for Sanji. I remember like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Scopper or Rayleigh, and like who's above who, and we agreed that Rayleigh was like above, and people are like, oh, you Zoro meat suckers are back at it again, huh? Blah, 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 blah. Sucking on Zoro's cock, and then now... last week we talked about Sanji getting Conqueror's Haki, and they're like, oh, you Sanji fans are the worst. And it's like, which one are we?
That is crazy.
Who are we, man? You tell us.
But then I saw the people that were like, nah, you're a fake Sanji fan. I saw you sucking on Zoro's meat 2 weeks ago.
We like both characters, man. Come on.
Like, what's wrong with another meat,
Yeah, Eiffel Tower, dude. Come on.
Yeah, people are like, no, pick one. One meat. That's it.
I think there's nothing wrong with liking Sanji and Zoro and wanting the best for both of them. Like, is that so crazy?
No, pick a side. Pick a side, Harry.
Yeah, it's like when we make fun of Jinbei, and then nobody has any complaints about that. They're like, oh yeah, they're
like, yeah, they call him a blue Indian fish on my stream the other day.
Didn't Oda say that Jinbei would be from India though, in like real life? So
was it India?
Wait. Yeah. Do you think whenever the live action gets to Jinbei, they're gonna hire like just an Indian guy painted blue like Arlong? That'd be so funny. They're gonna give him like the accent and everything, because that's what they do for all the strats, right? You know, they take Oda's nationalities very seriously when it comes to casting.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if Jinbei. I mean, we're not gonna get there in the live action. Let's be real, right? But if we do get a Jinbei though, in like some kind of different dimension, he would be Indian. That'd be kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
It would be cool, but it would be like really odd because the fishmen were like always their distinctive race. So adding like Indian fishmen, it's like how would you merge those two? Like, are we saying that all the fishmen are Indian or just Jinbei?
That's tough.
Because I'm assuming we get to Wano, they're all Japanese or Asian even, and then you get to like Dressrosa, they're all Spanish. Like, is Fishman Island just Indian?
Well, Fishman Island could be like Black and Indian.
Black and Indian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like maybe you have like a mixture. So you like have some Black, have some Indian.
Yeah.
But I think it's mostly Jinbei probably.
Yeah, mainly just Jinbei.
Mainly just Jinbei and his squad. Be like,
yeah. What was Jinbei's right-hand man? Like, what was his name again?
Aladdin.
Not exactly Indian, but,
Middle East.
Yeah, close.
Yeah.
It's not like super far. Probably throw a stone and it'll land on the other place.
Yeah.
That's like how like all Asians are kind of grouped together, It's fair enough.
Asian is everywhere over there, so.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. But like you said, live action is not going to get there. No shot.
I think the live action's ending after Alabasta.
After Elbaf?
Alabasta, sorry. Alabasta.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alabasta is going to be an insane undertaking to make it work. Insane undertaking.
Season 3 already got confirmed. Season 2 starts off like the Alabasta saga.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming season 3 ends it. So I think right after that, they're cutting it off. There's I can't imagine them going to Skypiea.
No.
Like production-wise, cast, crew, just I can't see it.
No, I think it's like even with Matt leaving and it's just a lot. It's just a lot with the live action right now. Like I said, Matt basically just like stepping away, whatever. It's like a little break, but I don't know. I think just we got to enjoy it when it comes and just kind of go from there.
Yeah, I'll enjoy it.
Not facts.
But with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching this video. Really appreciate it as per usual. Thank you, Braga, for being here. All of his channels will be linked down below. And
absolutely, brother.
We will catch you guys next week when the next chapter of One Piece releases 1154. Yeah, 1154.
Yep, 1154.
Yeah. See you guys then. Peace out.